Are you able to see it?
Let's see here. In Discord, I'm not seeing anything at the moment.
Let me try something here. See if I can share.
However, it is live on Twitch. Ah, there it is for here.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it though, because it's just a screen share.
That'll be right.
Okay.
I'll make do. Country girls make do. Even though I am not a country girl. I am neither country nor a girl.
You are from Texas, though, but that really doesn't mean anything.
You know, it's funny. That's always kind of the joke. Is we have mom's family and basically everybody around are ranch people. They rode horses, and I'm the first of the generation who instead gets an iPhone. People who do competitive, competitive riding, live on ranches, families that have a lot of, legacy around here for how far back they owned the land and stuff. But yep, me, no, totally tenderfoot,
Here we go. Yeah, the addition system's always been a bit of a challenge on this game. Except with Lavitz, I can always hit his.
That is not a cane, by the way.
I know.
That is a spear. Oh boy, 4 again. I know it's because of the early CG designs and all that, but all I can imagine is somebody actually wearing things like theirs. Just this very odd, triangle middle piece. And then just really flared out, rectangle.
I know, it's the polygon style, kind of like...
Side doesn't look too bad, it's just directly from the back there.
Well, this is also the PS4, remaster.
Yes. There you go. Now you getting that combo. And they mock you with a review. No.
How dare you?
Spinning cane. Yes. Yes.
How were your last
Volcano.
There we go.
Spinning cane.
Hello.
Hmm? What was that?
Sorry, I've been talking and I didn't hear any answers, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. So, I was generally asking how your past few days have been.
They've been good. Friday was exceptionally tiring for me at work.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, I wound up going in during first shift instead of second and wound up pulling an 11-hour day.
Ooh. on.
Yeah, it's now a
I
question
guess
of
the other question. Oh, go ahead.
what would be nice is whether or not they tell me on this coming Friday, I have to either stay the full shift or they will tell me to leave early so I don't have overtime on the check.
Ah.
Caught ya. You jumping bunny thing.
You just want the rabbits, George?
That came with a poison guard. I am going to equip that to the one that I do not.
Too bad you don't have that for your nose lock. No.
Touche.
I hope you've been saving those because it would be great to have a compilation letter later of how many from poison.
I do have them on my YouTube page.
I might later try and do that for you.
Go right ahead. That would be I'd be very interested to see that.
Spinning cane.
So,
Yes.
and you know how earlier I said tenderfoot? The joke is, so we went up to Sherwood Forest Fair here in and Tim is like, we jokingly sometimes will call Old Man Norton because he's kind of the oldest out of our troop, and yet sometimes it starts to show.
Yes.
But he's really like at a point where if he can, he would much rather stay in a hotel than a camp, just
Fair.
because his back, and body is like, I want a mattress. And I can't blame him. Like, except for the joke is that right now I'm a starving artist, and he's still making some pretty decent money. So I always have to kind of comment and say, like, hey, if you want to stay in a hotel, like, that's fine, but I can't afford that. I would sleep in a car or in a tent. But often he's very kind. He'll just say, yeah, I'll just pay for it. People are welcome to stay.
Well, that's nice of
we ended
him.
up- Yeah. So we ended up, but then he's like, but he'll put the logistics of the trip on me, which I'm more than fine with, because then he just has to be told where to go, what to do, which is funny because I don't blame him because sometimes we don't like making decisions,
Fair enough.
And so we ended up at this really nice Embassy Suites in Austin that has like a full breakfast with like make your own, choose your own omelet bar and.
Ooh, nice.
It's a really nice place for actually not that very pricey, and it's minimum like a 2-room suite with a small like kitchen area. So we were like, heck yeah. So they also offer in the evenings is like the hors d'oeuvre and snack hour where you can get free drinks and free snacks.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, if anybody's ever in Austin, like, highly recommend this place. And we went in there, and I was like, I haven't had, a drink in a while. So I'm like, do you have a painkiller? And they're like, no, we don't have makings for that. I was like, what's the fruitiest thing you've got? And they had what was called a Jolly Rancher. And oh my gosh, that thing was like unfairly good. It was super like green apple, but it wasn't sour, it was sweet. And no alcohol burn at all, just this smooth end on it. And I was like, this is dangerous. I would end up drinking like 8 of these and not just be like, oh my gosh, I'm drinking liquid candy and not, not realize just how much liquor was in it, except that I'm watching her pour, So, yeah, when we're talking about like, things that you're not aware of having.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Smirnoff used to make like this cherry limeade malt drink that I really liked. They discontinued it some years ago, which made me very sad because I've been trying to find something similar ever since.
Oh yeah.
Because it almost tasted like the cherry limeades from Sonic.
Ooh, okay.
Now,
So you like yours with a little bit more of that, like, at least down here, the Sonic that's like across the street from us has this like they make theirs like super sour butter. Are yours that, or do you get more of a blend kind of thing?
I think it's more of a blend. It's got a nice balance of sweet and sour.
Very cool. Yeah. Look at that. There's a problem. Sorry, I just saw the screen with the monsters.
Yeah, it's a boss bat fight.
Right. But how does it cheat? Wait, what's Ouroboros? So not quite an Ouroboros or an Ouroboros, just a Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. It's probably a mistranslation. It's probably what's supposed to be Ouroboros. This was back.
This is what happens when it doesn't eat its own tail. It's just Ouroboros.
Spinning cane.
Everybody knows you're supposed to aim for death.
Well, they don't have a head on. It's not multi. Well, it's not a multi-part boss.
That's a missed opportunity.
Oh, they do have multi-part bosses later in the game.
Right, I just meant for this. I'm just saying. Like, so we ended up at Sherwood. We had a pretty fun time. I got randomly roped into the costume contest as Puss in Boots. And ended up winning. It felt weird.
Well, you won though.
I mean, I did, and it's just I think I'm so used to performing as the character that, you know, suddenly being like, oh, you're here non-officially kind of deal. just like, oh, I can win stuff. Like,
It's
that was
kind of a nice change of pace though.
That's true. I mean, I still end up being in character anyway with most everybody I end up running into that's not a friend. But,
So you're in character. Does this mean you're doing your Antonio Banderas impression?
yes, actually. See, I'm Puss. The boots are always the giveaway. Shrek refused to return my phone calls. And it's kind of funny because I actually used to play Puss in Boots prior, but it was since it was more of a pardon me, try and do something more fairy tale or historically accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke is the story of Puss in Boots was written by Charles Perrault, a Frenchman. Yes. And so I had kind of still, a different type of cat makeup, and the first version of it was like purple with some white and black. Because the whole thing is in the fairy tale, he pretends that he's nobility, serving his master, the Marquis of Carabas, and all this stuff. No one knew who the hell it was. Everybody's just like, you're a pirate cat, and I tried to do different. God, my French is terrible now. At the time, I was able to do my French accent, but nobody got it. And eventually, I was just like, you know what? Everybody knows the Antonio Banderas Puss in Boots, so I changed it over, did the orange, the ginger makeup, and got a black hat with the red rim, and kind of changed it. And immediately everybody, Puss in Boots. So it's been kind of funny over the years to kind of see that shit. Of course, immediately the giant spike in popularity after Last Wish came out.
Oh yeah.
But And you know, there's always kids that are wanting, and there's almost always like a Shrek walking around in there. So inevitably you get to go have, you know, I say harass, but I don't mean actually just, you know, go whiz them. And because I've studied, you know, like how to do magic tricks and stuff, I carry like decks of cards and dice and stuff in my pouch and can do some tricks with it. So, it's fun. I really enjoy it. But it is it's hard sometimes just to like being constantly on, you know, and if the weather's hot and you're just like, you know, I just want to sit and not do anything.
Oh, Sora's on. Hello.
Hello, Sora. Lord. What? America! Yeah. Come around, take the mother day, yeah!
Spinning cane.
But yeah, so it was fun, but it was interesting to be there. And I mean, some other people were like, "Oh, you wore that?" I was like, "I figured why not." Some of my improv, the people I was meeting that are in Bardic, were like, at first they were, we were looking for you in your purple uniform because like when we perform, I'm almost always in my purple. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
His additions are easier to do than Albert's. But yeah, with Albert, he just goes way faster and it's harder to hit him. Which is why you usually get that Ultimate War God edition. Or the Ultimate War God accessory, so it just automatically completes them.
I'm sorry, for a moment I thought that said to Incel's Castle. Hey, well, that was foreshadowing.
Oh, the PlayStation achievement?
Yeah, let's go to Incel's Castle.
Yeah, let's go to Incel's Castle. That's a little bit of a meta reference.
Wide-eyed, just oh. Lloyd is a good character.
Yay, we all leveled up.
Moving on up. Oh, nice. About what size is the figurine? Anyway, we are safe.
Get the Bale, B-A-L-E, or Bale, or however they pronounce it.
If they're pronouncing it like the biblical and religious figure, I believe it's Baal.
I thought that was pronounced Ball, because that's spelled with 2 A's.
I could be wrong. I mean, do research later.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I have a...
Oh, great. We're being attacked by the Nickelodeon gang.
Nickelodeon. You can't say Hi, I'm Mark Summers. Welcome to Double Dare.
Never got a chance to see the reboot they did of it.
Good gravy. There was one night I was watching a show of the reboot Double Dare. I was just like, this generation is not for me. I'm turning to dust right before my own eyes. It was like, they would ask questions that were things that to me are just common basic info, and the kids just could not get them. But the moment they would ask something like, who's this internet celebrity? And they would just chime in immediately, and I'm like, I have no idea who this is. Like, they'd be like, how many squares are on a chessboard? And the kids are like, I don't know, 100? And I'm like, it's an 8x8 grid. You can do math. They're like, who's this? Just be somebody from off of TikTok, and I'd have no idea. And I was just like, yep, this is where I need to leave now. I've made my welcome. The internet is yours now, kids. Like,
Yeah. Which is why some of those old Nick Gage shows really wouldn't translate over well with today. Like I don't see like a reboot of Nick Arcade happening.
yeah, that one would be a bit rough. But I mean, like, you know, sometimes they try and like reinvent some things in a more creative manner. But like, yeah, a shot-for-shot kind of remake just didn't. It's like
And did they ever start that reboot of Legends of the Hidden Temple they were talking about?
I thought they did. I don't remember how well it did because I couldn't watch it.
Well, it was. Well, the funny thing was, it was the adults that grew up watching the show were now contestants.
Right.
It's like, oh, someone's gonna get hurt.
My hip. Yes. But you know, like, it's horrible too, because like I remember hearing about how the original like filming for that was so hard.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, like like how the steps, the steps of knowledge, that they would have told the kids the story, the lore, like hours ago. And then it's like, all right, we're going to do that. We're going to quiz you on that thing we told you before you did all that other stuff. And they're like, trying to remember everything.
I'm going to save real quick.
Oh, yep. Looks like Legends of the Hidden Temple canceled by CW after one season.
Only one season.
Yep.
I wonder if it's on the CW app. I could just watch it and see how they did.
It was the CW's lowest rated scripted series that season.
Ouch.
But I also feel like it didn't get any advertisement. Like,
True.
I remember they were like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then the next thing I know is like, oh, it's canceled. I'm like, I didn't even know you. I didn't even know it was still available. But you know, I think marketing teams have, like, personally ruined a lot of different shows.
This is true.
There's so many things that are like, well, this didn't get good viewership. I'm like, I didn't even know this was on. Like, you know, and I would be watching that channel. You know?
Oh yeah, so many really good shows that didn't go anywhere because of how poorly the marketing was done on them. So many good movies out there too because there was no marketing for them.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about that '88 remake of The Blob. It was like, holy crap, this is better than the original.
Actually, yeah, you're right. That was one of the few like reboots where I was like, this is really good.
It's because it was all practical effects too, and they really went all out on it.
You know, it was kind of funny since we were talking about this. So this weekend, I ended up while we were in the hotel room watching Lost World.
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Oh, the most brutal one of them.
Yeah. Well, and but the thing that got me is, towards the end when the T-Rex is like, sadly about to undo a dog.
Oh, yeah, my least favorite part of that.
Yes, well, and same. Honestly, same. And yet, the weirdest thing is I'm, like, looking at this T-Rex moving through the city, like, down this sidewalk, and I'm like, it is so obviously, like, CG against this background. And then it, like, knocks into the tree, and the tree, like, knocking over and moves through the wall, and the wall crashing. Looks so good and real. I'm like, how is it that the dinosaur itself can look so horribly fake, but interact so well with the surroundings as if like these things were actually happening?
Well, they did have a full-size animatronic T-Rex, but nothing that could not move anywhere like that.
Right. No, and I'm not discounting the use of the CG. I'm just going like, it's strange when your apparent skill, like whatever skill level, is able to be like, I can't make it look like it's actually there, but I can make it look like it hits a photorealistic tree. Like, I can make the photorealistic tree look like it's actually following. Sora's and pirates, they're going to try and find all the stardust.
Oh my god, that's one of the hardest things. That's one of the hardest things in this game is trying to find all the stardust. It's like they don't. There's like they just tell you that it's laying around here, but they don't give you any hints as to where it is.
Did you ever play Vandal Heart?
Nope, doesn't sound familiar.
It was a Dreamcast game, and I would recommend it to those who may ever have a Dreamcast. But there was, to get the Vandal Heart, you had to find these very specific things and trade them and get this stuff. And the thing was, though, and this is where it was just like, you're kidding me, right? Was, in the era before internet guides, these items had to be, you had to, like, examine the squares that your characters were in the middle of combat. You could basically search an area for, like, hidden items. Well, there's, 50 different maps, each with hundreds of squares, and you're just spending so much of your damn time, like, trying to get the enemy down to one person, and then your team is, like, trying to hold that one person away from dying so that you can keep searching. And it's just, alright guys, make a line and let's start, like, check every square for these items. It was just like...
Oh, it's kind of like... It's kind of like if you ever played Dragon's Lair 2, that whole Don Bluth animated game. The second one with all the time travel stuff, there's like, you have to pick up certain items in the game, but some of them are so hard to find that it's like a blink and you'll miss it, and you'll never be able to finish the game.
Yeah.
It's like one of them...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, thankfully you don't, like, need the Vandal Heart to win, but it's just one of those where you're like, why did you make it this hard? Like,
I've also always wanted to ask that to the guys that designed the original NES version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Oh, are you talking about the one with
the first one, the underwater level? If you try to...
Yeah, that one was just cool. I loved the other one that they did though.
Oh, the arcade game? That was so good.
Yeah, that one was great.
And then
I so love that game.
That the SNES Turtles in Time.
I never had that one. My friend had that one, so it was a fun game though.
I'm sure you could, if you got like an emulator and a ROM, you could be able to play it.
Probably. So now that you have officially changed to ShogunDoxie, are we supposed to like get you a samurai helmet?
No, I'm not going to wear a samurai helmet while playing. That'd be going a little too far.
Is it, or is it not far enough? back to the Invaders in line. But I was helping! You created the fires. You set the planet on fire. You made it worse. Worse or better?
Oh, jeez. No, it's worse or maybe better. Now I'm thinking of that episode of The Simpsons where Stan Lee showed up and was messing with that kids.
Yes. Why use... It was like, why use Batman when you can use the Incredible Hulk?
That was the Thing.
Oh, the Thing, that's right. He had the Hulk for the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crams it into the Batmobile.
Yeah. Or later in that episode, he's not the Hulk, I am. He tries to turn into it.
Right.
Then comic book guy, oh please, you couldn't even turn into Bill Bixby.
Right, which was a great line. I still have my life my life threat to a friend that, like, if you die or if you do anything, I'm taking my autograph back.
Your autograph?
So because I end up at a lot of cons, and at the time my friend like never ever got to go to any of them, and I got an autograph of Stan Lee.
Oh.
And now, mind you, this was before he passed, obviously, and before he had even gotten old. Well, older, you know, he was still 35 high. And which actually was the thing that got me. That man, like, he was a tiny little guy though, like super little, but like
short.
Still had a lot of energy. Well, it's just, you know, he like started to like fold in on himself with old age, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but he was super sweet. Everybody loved to be around him, and so I gave it to my friend as a gift, because I was like, well, I'm sure I'll see him again before you might. And then he asked, and I'm like, I'm not gonna ask for that back, but if for any reason you ever do get a hold of one, decide to do something, or you ever do something that really cheeses me off, I'm allowed to get that back. He's like, that's fair. He's like,
as if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
Actually, I know whose voice that is that doing that voiceover during that little cinematic. That is Tony Todd, the Candyman himself.
nice. Did not know that.
Mm-hmm. He did video game voiceover work.
Yeah.
Not much, but he's done some.
Didn't he do something in the new Masters of the Universe? Here, I know he was Zoom in the new Flash.
Oh, I haven't watched the new Flash.
I enjoyed it. I thought they did a pretty good job. A few seasons can start to feel a little dragged out in some places.
Oh, you're referring to the CW Flash? I thought you were referring to the Ezra Miller movie.
No. Sorry, Ezra Miller. I will not be endorsing anything with that man. Or them. Sorry.
And it's the only time you'll get to see Nicolas Cage as a multiverse Superman, though.
Sorry, I shouldn't have been involved with Ezra Miller for me. Like, the man sends like mocking messages to the local police. No, you don't. No. And then I loved how the CW, or not the, they were basically DC's like, oh, it's such a good movie. Just,
and we chance to see Michael Keaton as Batman one more time.
Yeah, but again, like I'm like, shouldn't have had Ezra Miller. Like you could have grabbed Grant Gustafson. I would have been all over this. I would have been all over this like a dog with a T-bone. But nope, sorry, don't support. And I think it was also, for me, it was definitely the hypocrisy. You know, after how much they're like, well, Johnny Depp. And then immediately, like, Ezra Miller is actively behaving like a psychopath. Causing fist fights, taking people, doing all this horrible stuff. And they're just like, well, we all make mistakes. I'm like, no! No! Like...
Yeah.
So
at least with the Marvel films, almost all of their actors have been kept in check.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was all until
Jonathan Majors, yeah.
But even then, we see how quick they like the moment that went down, they were like, nope, bye. Like,
yeah, don't mess with the mouse.
No. But that's something that, like, even in the first generation of, like, the Mickey Mouse Club with, like, Annette Funicello and all of them, their contracts had portions about behavior and about their public image.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very serious. And so, yeah, well, that's why I'm like, yeah, no, Disney, you don't go and behave like an idiot. Like, they will sue you and mess you up. Like,
you there? You kind of sound like you
hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. It sounded like you talked mid-sentence.
Oh, sorry, weird. But yeah, it's just kind of going like, yeah, you were not allowed to behave stupid. They would drop you and sue you.
Well, yeah, but if you need a better example than that, just look what happened with Gina Carano.
Ooh, good one. Good reference.
Yeah, and a lot of people were sad to see her go because they loved Cara Dune.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, she was also given, like, this was also sad. She did get told a few different times, like, hey, here's some stuff you could maybe say to try and kind of course correct with how this is going, and she wouldn't, and it's like, well, okay.
There's the door.
Yep.
Now they didn't kill her character off, they just wrote her off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't there something about the, like, I think there was something about, I thought there was something that, like, she was gonna try and get brought back into something, but I'm just like,
Nah, as far as I know, they still have not, Disney has not made anything public as far as reestablishing Gina Carano back into the Mandoverse.
Right.
Or that whole series that was supposed to happen, that was going to be centered around her, pretty much went up in flames.
Yeah.
Epic music.
No.
Well, it's the epic theme music.
Oh, yeah. I apologize to those viewing. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Hey, it's alright. The 3 people that are watching. One day there'll be, that number will be double digits.
Yeah, I keep that. Sora, is there any topic you would care for a discussion on? I mean, you clearly have a lot of insight on the game. Any further questions for our gamer? See, I'm also scared because the last time I ever asked somebody a question like that while they were in chat, then they logged out.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't.
She may have stepped away. She could, or she may just have this running in the background, like, lurking.
True. Yeah. That's why the immediate logout was didn't mean to scare somebody.
The viewer count would have gone down to 2 if that were the case.
That's true, but it did one of the times I did ask somebody. So that's why I'm like, now I'm gun shy. Like, I'm just trying to interact with you. Like, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
Just gotta go find that item shop now.
Where's the blocks?
It's like I didn't know this medieval town had nice steel drum music.
Buy low, sell high.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep all that. I don't need the charm potion. I have never used those ever. That's new. And now we go visit Lavitz's mother. Which is a much healthier mother-son relationship than Seymour Skinner.
The house is on fire! No, it isn't, Mother. Now buy something or get out! Angel. Or the other thing, you're failing, Seymour. What is it about you and failure?
Oh. And immediately Lavitz's mother thinks he brought a girl home with him.
Mom, not. Good luck. No.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Way to turn it. We're in text form. Sarcasm can't be read in text form. No.
That's true. And she wants grandkids. It's like, oh dear Lord. Oh yeah, there's definite bromance between the two. You there, Kate?
Yep, I'm still here.
Oh, just making sure.
I will begin to periodically just make screaming noises. If it stops.
That's not necessary.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not a screaming goat sound.
Oh, cool. I think more like the little screaming mouse on this man. Move me around. Such a huge house. I promise we won't steal anything. Holding a knife over his head as he just gouges the wall. I proved no it today. This is the library. Many books on it, but this one is mine. Strategy is my weak point. Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Where are you going with this, Labbits?
Show you my treasure. 1,000 ways to deliver that line. Some of them sound better than others.
True.
Look at it!
And when they
Look
put,
at it!
and then they put it in quotation marks, doesn't help either. Ah, yes, back when RPGs were just characters reacting to map paintings.
Right? Respect this country. Easy there, man.
That's we don't need a demonstration, Labbits.
Shall I show you? Oh no, we're good. We're good. Same level of passion. Shauna, do you need me to literally like remove some of my flesh so you know how serious I am about this? No.
No.
Helena. Down here, food's ready.
You
No,
want
she just did food. The food's ready. Like,
would have been better if you had one of those giant metal triangles.
yeah, like, come and get it. Thanks, Mom. Before get after. So, we need to buy something before we leave. A mail order bride? No,
Oh,
Mom.
jeez. What kind of herbs?
Right? A good kind.
It's legal in this country.
Like, We were talking to want a puff on a rooferino? It's legal here.
Wasn't that when they went on Homer went to Canada or something?
Yeah. He and Flanders are in Canada, and there's like Canadian Flanders. He's the exact same, except for when it comes to medical marijuana.
Got two puppies sleeping right next to me.
Want to take your jerky with me?
That must be some good jerky.
Hey, having a friend who has made their own jerky that tastes delicious.
Hey, got a follower. We know this because Digra has appeared.
Digra!
Wow, that's harsh.
Meanwhile, Stardust Lady.
Spinning cane.
What makes you me? Oh, gluten. Gluten is funny. Sorry, my brain went to gluttony. But gluten. Yeah, you have a gluten allergy. I've been rather blessed to not have a gluten allergy, although my mother does have one slightly. Well, you would do it too. Yes! I'll just keep gorging.
Go.
Oh, I had that today. We actually stopped today. This new Chinese, well, new for us, but a Chinese restaurant. Good night. The portion sizes were like a bowl for like 4 people with a single serving thing for one person.
Wow.
Yeah, I hadn't eaten, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll dig it. I've got I ate like a fourth, and that was me on like a hungry day. Oh, milk. See, I drink milk like other people drink water. I can go through like a gallon of milk within like 3 days.
Oh, that's like my stepson Kyle. He does that with all our milk. It's like, drink something else. We have to make that last.
Now, to be fair, yeah, I try not to have it for like every single meal, but like it is not uncommon for our household to get like 3 gallons of milk because it's like, well, we drink it. There's supposed to be something in if you reach adulthood and you still are able to drink and the lactose doesn't get you. There was supposedly a study done that connects it back. That means I think it was that your distant ancestors actually contracted but survived the bubonic plague. And
Really?
I'm very curious what the connection there is of like somehow you survived, so now your lactose thing changed, or somehow because you had a resistance to lactose, you had a resistance to the Black Plague. I'm very curious about that. Can't stand cow's milk. I do miss chocolate sugar. Oh, good chocolate milk.
I was never a fan of chocolate milk. Strawberry was my go-to, especially if Quick was involved.
I preferred her. Like I wanted straight Hershey's. You know, I wanted the Hershey syrup. I didn't want Nesquik or fireplace. Here's something funny. Oh. Perhaps we shall have to investigate every fireplace.
Already found the Stardust.
And you said it'd be hard.
This is one fine fireplace. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Alright. You get a pass if you at least like the chocolate.
Well, I know they have lactose-free milk now.
Right. Weird story. That is also how I sort of befriended Brad Swale. We bonded over our mutual love of chocolate milk. Actually, our general love of different types of chocolate we started talking about. Oh, it's still yucky. Oh, man.
Oh, then there's the other milk alternatives like almond and soy milk.
Right. Rice milk.
Those ones are all those ones are usually all flavored though.
That's true. And coconut milk, which is very different than other milks.
Which is odd because coconuts don't have milk; they're filled with water.
Yep. But there's a difference between coconut milk and coconut water, which unflavored, unsweet. Oh man, there's a lemonade recipe that I really love using now, which is fresh lemon juice and sweetened condensed milk. Oh, so good. But again, sweetened condensed milk. So those of you with a penance for avoiding milk, yeah. Allergic to lemons? Oh no!
Oh dear!
I'm getting everything that Sora can't do.
Is this the fireplace?
Do it. Wow. Nah.
And what do they mean by it?
Oh, you know. Lay out a bearskin rug. What do you think?
Well, there's one of two options. One which would be nice. The other, I think, is a felony. And by that I mean arson.
One person's hearing "do it" in the romantic, suggestive voice in their head. Come on, baby, light my fire. And the other's just hearing Palpatine's voice. Do it. I actually had a series of commercial jokes that I wanted to really record as a series of skits, which was like somebody was taking their advice based on the Nike ad of "Do it, just do it."
Oh no.
So like he's like everything would be filmed silent. You'd just have like audio, but no, well, like you would have no dialogue from the main character. You just see everything thought. And like first they go into the shoe store, they're trying them on, they fit really good. They go to like get their card swiped, it doesn't pay. They like look down, they like look over at the open door.
Oh no, I think I see where this is going.
Logo. So of course he just runs off with them. He steals them because just do it. And then you just see like a progressive series of all these different events in this guy's life where he's just like debating doing something, looks down at the shoes, you know, and then just does it. So his life just gets ruined by, you know, by taking the slogan too literally. Ends up at like a corporate Christmas party, like one of the, you know, women is flirting with him. He like looks down at the shoes.
Oh no. Yes, I did have Del Taco for dinner. No, they are not. No, I'm not sponsored by them.
Huh. Restored links. Speaking of, since being at Sherwood Forest Fair, there was a group of people who cosplayed as the cast of the Disney Robin Hood film. It was very adorable.
That's cute.
They did like, one of them did Robin when he's the stork archer, where it's really gangly and like a wood leg kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And then one of them was Robin when he's the gypsy. You know, at the beginning. They had a Marion, a Friar Tuck. It was a really good. Their Sir Hiss was actually pretty good too, because they did kind of a temporary makeup design to kind of give a scale look, and then they would walk around with their arms kind of folded in front of them. It was a really clever group. I was very impressed.
That's cool.
Oh darn! I tripped over a leaf and I sprained my ankle. I do love, you know, between like Ren fairs and cons, I do love seeing what some people come up with their cosplays. There's some really fantastic stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to going to Fan Fusion and see what kind of cosplay they got. Everybody has, even though mine will not be ready in time.
It's all right, but dude, your guest list, I'm kind of jelly, I admit.
It did finding out Alan Tudyk was going to be there kind of tip it over the edge.
Yes, because there's very few actors that I'm like, oh, I'd love to see that. Like, there's people I admire, you know, certainly, but it's a very few. Oh, Sora's gonna go. Well, thank you. It'd be fine financially if I go. I don't know. The coffers are kind of low. Hang on. Thank you for stopping by, Sora. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Oh, she's not leaving. She said I'm gonna try to
go to Fan Fusion. My bad. This way.
A little bit, but they weren't too bad. I mean, they still have kids getting in free.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know what the cutoff age for kids getting in free is, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's usually. I mean, as a reminder, and to those listening at home, volunteering for cons is always an option. True, you know, you do lose some of the freedom of getting to walk around and do everything. But if finances are tight, it's usually a good way to offset the financial pain. And depending what department you end up in, you can get some kind of cool benefits and experiences. So hopefully, as long as your track or department head is not insane. Chinese style quirky. Hunter Hunter. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, she loves Hunter Hunter.
I love Hunter Hunter.
Yeah, I am not up to date with them. I have not been. I'm a little behind when it comes to with the most recent titles. I mean, the most recent anime I did watch was this Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which is an adorable series.
That one was cute. I think I'm a few chapters behind. Well, a few manga releases behind on Hunter x Hunter, but I'm pretty up to date. But yeah, unfortunately, I have not been able to get up to date with a lot of anime. Yeah, it was originally from 1919 and then remade in 2011. And, as always, the fun factor that the writer is married to the author of Sailor Moon.
Yep, that's right.
Although I did hear about how bad his health is, and I'm really hoping that there's an improvement.
Yeah, and from the Sailor Moon groups on Facebook, I keep seeing a lot of fans are hoping like for a new series that's focused on Chibiusa as a teenager. Kind of like a passing the torch thing.
I mean, as long as it's actually fast and they don't pull a Dragon Ball. Here, go.
Oh,
Wait,
jeez.
never mind. Back to Goku. I do think if she's got some ideas for more stuff, she could definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
But I can see how it's a little hard to top.
Volcano!
Power scaling, you can't really top what you end with in stars. So.
True.
Why they, well, or if you do, it starts to get a little bit more convoluted.
That or they should pull from that Super NES game another story with the opposite Senshi.
That's true. Or, heck, she can lift from how she basically did the horror version from the ceremonial musicals and have the vampires and werewolves.
Spinning pain!
True, and unlike in the US, vampires and werewolves have not been overdone.
Not quite.
Yes!
I mean, in the US they've been overdone, but they find a nice balance in Japan.
Very true.
Spinning pain! Yes! Go! Volcano!
Excuse me, I will be right back. I'm going to, funny enough, get a glass of milk.
We made you thirsty. Hold on a sec. My dog's about to knock over the trash can. We at least get the battle started since it's turn-based. Be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. And here's Chloe. Want to say hi? All right, let's get to business.
Yes.
Damn.
I got back just in time to hear let's get down to business. Alright. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, now I can.
Yes. Go.
For a moment, I was just a heavy breathing.
Volcano. Spinning cane. Yes.
Ah, nuts. Sometimes the counter gets me.
Spinning cane.
Man, you guys are getting cheaper. Like, CP is... Sorry, I just now got back and checked the chat.
Go. Volcano.
Let's heal you up, Dart. It's always interesting that the healing items in this scale with your level.
That was wise of them in a way.
But also meant that was one of the reasons why the item storage is very small.
Yeah.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
That was just a wild guess.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
You cast mirror image.
Spinning cane.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Great defensive ability if you are a squishy caster.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
There he is.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
He's a tough guy. Oh, spoke too soon.
Begun.
Obviously, he's not a dragon. Yeah, this boss battle, I gotta make sure to complete the additions.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Spinning pain.
And it's serious boss music this time.
Yes.
Hey, he does the Dave Bautista throw.
That
Yes.
is one way to look at it.
Go. Volcano.
Spinning pain.
Ow.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
I know this person's named Kongo, but all I could think of was Mongo from the Blazing Saddles. Kongo Lonely Pong, Game of Life.
And he's got him with a Batista bomb.
Darts with a sword!
Yes.
That's a chair.
Go. Volcano.
Oh, he's got both of them. I can't do wrestling commentary. Sorry.
But I'm not very well either.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
Although we did randomly get pegged for commentating on night fights, which was quite different.
Oh yeah, that is different.
Although quite difficult in the middle of how fast things are going, having to talk about
True.
forearm swings and the way people are utilizing their weapon and catching hilts and stuff. It's, intense.
Spinning pain.
We got asked to come back and do it again sometime, but unfortunately it's not a paid gig and they're quite out of time.
Those unpaid gigs, they're nice, but it'd just be nice if they paid you. No, don't mind the cats running around behind me.
No attention to the cat behind the human.
Spinning pain.
The great and powerful ShogunDoxie has spoken.
Yeah, cat trying to operate me like Remy operated Linguini.
I mean,
This is... And it's Rose.
thing you didn't show up like 30 seconds later.
Yeah. Behold the power of cinnamon!
Ah. Armor of Wildfire! Dowsy! Fire armor I actually, for a good portion of my life, could not stand that song. I don't know why. I couldn't even give it a good answer. It just, something about the music, the lyric, just, it was like nails on a chalkboard for me, and I don't know why. It went away later, but it took like 6 years.
Yeah, now you mentioned Mongo from Blazing Saddles. That's going to be in my head whenever he talks now. Nice face plant.
Hello, Floor. I'm just gonna make friends with you.
Oh, awesome. It's cool you're going to be able to go.
Nice.
Little puppy's asleep in my lap now. Colors are off. It's supposed to be red and green for Christmas, not red and purple?
Violet? Something?
Indigo?
It's weird. On the right side, it looks blue, and on the left side, it looks more, well, purple, but as red and blue make purple. I went to elementary school. I know how this works. Also, a little bit strange to basically be like, well, it was a test, otherwise he'd be dead. What? If he hadn't been a Dragoon, you would have pointed at him, said, wake up, nothing would have happened, and he would have gotten slashed in half?
Yeah, great test.
Like, I mean, wouldn't you have possibly been able to do this earlier?
Ouch.
The Knight of Basement.
Following an anime tradition to name characters found in your refrigerator.
Yep. Guess we've got Rose for Rosemary. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, jeez. Well, Lavitz could be a play on Raditz, or Radish. But at least, unlike Raditz, this one does last a lot longer.
Eh. Darkfell Field. Fields are where we grow crops. Dole, as in Dole, the Dole Whip Company.
The ones that still sponsor the Enchanted Tiki Room at Disneyland.
Frugal, how you have to be whenever you're shopping. Graham cracker, or a gram of waiting. Slambert, which is just meant to be Sherbert.
And what about Shauna?
I'll get back to that one.
And Kaiser.
Like a Kaiser roll, you know. Oh, apparently there is a brand of produce that are called Shauna Foods. So there you go.
Oh, geez, Sora. Shauna is what happens when you don't eat your vegetables to grow big and strong.
See, originally this was supposed to be about trains, but it was supposed to be Legend of Dragoon. Like, you know, cheese puff raccoons.
Gee, wow. I like those. The crab rangoons. Those are delicious. Well, yeah, and the fandom also makes fun of the dub because, like Sora has pointed out to me before, Dart always sounds like he's constipated.
I mean,
Especially when he's doing his Dragoon magic attacks.
look, we don't know, man. We don't know how it feels.
Oh, yeah, Rose's magic attacks that look... If she wasn't wearing armor, might look a little disgusting. And yes, there is a kitty playing with a toy behind me. Or at least there was. It's like it's the town of hoax. So the town that doesn't exist.
It's just one big hoax to you. Yes.
He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy.
Ah, Python. Reference. You know where Princess has to be.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Oh, that's
How should I fight this out for a dog?
Oh, she's in the wrap. Did you want her?
See? Let us begin. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
More good humor. First, you take some food.
I'll show you what I meant with with Dart's voiceover work.
I've heard more constipated sounding.
Oh, his attacks even sound like they're bathroom related. His magic spells sound bathroom related. Like with Flame Shot, the second level is Explosion.
Ah,
Third one, Final Burst.
not me.
Oh, we're ready.
Once we leave town, I'll consider you a mature dragon. I'm like, you know, taught you this 30 seconds ago, but you're an adult now. It's
It's like, yeah, this is the crash course on how to be a dragoon.
This is definitely that, you know, the bird parent that kicks their kid out of the nest. And just go, well, flap them arms.
You're not wrong.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
She poops darkness.
Well, our third level magic attack is called Demon's Gate. That doesn't help either.
I'm sure. Yes. Yeah. That's a word. I don't know. Did you ever watch The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Me or her?
You, I guess. But,
I saw a couple episodes.
keeps coming back to this. So speaking of Renaissance festivals, there's the episode where Billy ends up in the cursed armor of the Black Knight. It's really incredible armor, but the thing is, he can't take it off until he is victorious at a challenge. He has to use the bathroom, and he just can't win a challenge no matter who he faces. So it's like getting desperate. It's by like, you know, all right,
Spinning cane.
you're going to be having a pie eating contest against Puddin'. Puddin' and you, whoever's pies are completed first, is the winner. Puddin's like, I'm allergic to pie. Let's get started. All right, go. And so Billy just destroys the pies. They're like, Pudding is the winner.
What? Quit
Ate all the pie. Correction, you ate Pudding's pie. You've got to Pudding had like one drop of like the sauce on his finger and is just bloated out. He's just come on, trying to desperately find a way to get out of it. Finally, folks like manages to sort of win a match by default. The other person uses. So he finally, the armor sheds. Like, don't you have to go to the bathroom? You know what's funny? I don't need to go anymore. Like, they look down. Ew.
Oh.
There were some episodes that were definitely better. Some episodes were just weird and off, and then others were at least weird and off in a comedic fashion. Oh yeah, look. My mother loved, and I still also find myself enjoying the episode with Eris and Hostel Gato having to pretend to be Billy's parents. Hello, Mr. Goodburger. No, it's good vibes. Hello, Mr. Good, you're an idiot. Which led to one of my favorite quotables. When he's like, now listen, is our little Remus, Billy, is he on the fast track to success, or is he on the slow pony through the rubber forest?
What?
Well, we gave the intelligence test to him, and he scored a -5. What's wrong with the -5? Well, we gave the test to a shovel and 2 candy bracelets, and they scored a 10.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
If you've been hunting a werewolf for a Canadian outback, you're lucky to come back -5% alive. I'm not sure what that has to do with this.
Die, mushrooms.
Spinning pain.
See what mushrooms in too. And the gluten monster we referred to earlier.
Yes.
Rose's additions are a little hard to hit as well because of how fast she moves.
Yes.
Sorry, since you watched Invader, or since you watched Grim, did you also watch Invader at all? I will share a demented thing, which was that I've been trying to digitally archive my... oh, couldn't hear what I said. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, you were asking when right in the middle of Rose's transformation.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I don't know how loud I need to be. I'm sorry. So I was just curious if you had also watched Invader Zim at all. But I was saying that I've been trying to digitally archive like all the DVDs and VHSs that our family has accumulated over the years. And the most ridiculously weird thing from the Invader Zim was inevitably that, you know, there's creator commentary episodes. And for some reason, when I was scanning my DVDs, it only pulled the commentary audio over the episodes. I couldn't get the normal episode. But there is an episode where the creative commentary is just pig squealing throughout the whole thing. And I was just like, yeah,
Okay.
this is this is Jonan Vasquez, all right. Like this, yep. Like,
All right. To show you what she was referring to.
okay.
And that was it.
Okay, I am sorry. What what was with the piercing light coming out of the bag? That just looked really wrong. Like, you were not kidding. Like, at first the noise, I'm like, alright, it's a charging attack thing. I'll be lenient. The animation though, what?
Well, Japan, they are into some weird stuff.
Yeah. I'm wondering, like, oh, okay, through the weapon's absorbing the life. All right, she's harnessing in. What?
I know, they could have picked a better way for it to come down than that way.
Yeah.
Her second magic attack is okay. It's not like, it doesn't look wrong.
Oh. It's not great, but it doesn't look wrong. Stork leg time.
Yeah, she caught her foot on a branch. Or her foot got stuck in the mud or something.
Allow me to give you the piggyback ride.
I can't breathe.
right. What is the thing she can do that others can't do? Like, I'm sorry, like, don't get me wrong, I'd want to help my friends too. They start transforming into, like, giant magic super creatures. I'm like, well...
It's like, I got a bow.
You know, me shoot things? Like... Kind of like in D&D, how I'm sorry, Rangers just kind of get tooled. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to count your ammo. Every mage or every casting class who has a cantrip outdoes you. What? Oh, sorry, them's the breaks. You do get a magic arrow. Okay, cool. How many do I get? You get 2. But they get like 8 uses of level 5 spells. Yep, sorry. Why, suddenly we found ourselves in Florida with some gators.
Yes.
See? Down on the bayou.
Go.
It's all about cooking here.
Volcano.
Well, they say gators have some pretty good meat, but I've never tried it.
Actually, it does. I've had alligator.
Oh.
If it's prepared properly, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Go. Volcano.
Weirdly, I have not had frog though, but that's also because I have no interest in that. I have not had rattlesnake. I have had a bite of... I don't remember what snake, but it wasn't rattlesnake.
I've had rattlesnake. It really does taste like chicken.
Yeah, at least the snake I had did kind of taste like chicken.
Just gonna do a little save here. And actually, I think I want to call it there tonight. We've got a good get in almost a good couple hours with this. I want to thank everybody that tuned in to watch. You can find my friend on his YouTube channel, Bardic Insights. That is YouTube, right?
Yes. I feel bad. I haven't uploaded in like 2 months, but it's been busy. But please watch our backlog of stuff and come check us out on Facebook and whatever else. We're Bardic Insights on everything. So.
Yep.
But thank you for having us. Or for having me, anyway.
Yeah.
Nice, Sora. Thank you, Sora. It was a pleasure to meet you as well.
Yep.
So, I'm hoping I plan to be back next Sunday. So, provided nothing happens.
Oh yeah. And next Sunday, it'll probably be back to the Pokemon Nuzlocke again, and I'll move my Legend of Dragoon to Saturday nights, provided that I don't get sidetracked with anything.
I feel that. It's as mentioned, I do work a lot of cons, and we've got crunch time coming up on a big one. So, but we'll see. And I'm always happy to be here and try and make merry with you. So thank you for having me, and we will see you all again very soon. Keep tuning in.